Some days everything is out of order. Some days it's all a mess. If you go through what I go through, then this short 10-minute video will give you all the encouragement and motivation that you need to get up and take care of your own mess. You can clean with me or you can watch it to be motivated. Either way, welcome to my home. I'm Karen, thismainermom. When things are a mess, you can blame someone, you can blame yourself, you can lash out, you can beat yourself up, but it doesn't clean up the mess. You can wonder how it got that way, but that doesn't clean up the mess either. It feels like a mountain, but there's only one way to deal with a mountain, and that is to climb it. In this case, we had a very busy week. We found out the homeschool prom that was canceled last spring was rescheduled, and it was only 3 weeks away. We had 3 weeks to find 3 teenage girls the perfect gown. And let me tell you, when it's not prom season, it's not a great time to find a gown. So it's been a little bit of shop till you drop. I gotta be honest though, it was actually shop till I drop. We were all pretty tired, and you can see it in the house, but that's okay. We did what we needed to do, and now it's time to clean up the mess. I'm starting with separating the laundry because I know that once I get it separated, it's then everyone else's job. It's kind of like donating to your favorite charity knowing that it's matching funds. I know that my work is going to be matched when everyone folds and puts away their own laundry, and my daughter folds and puts away all of the towels and cloths. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Ever since I was a young girl, I've always been the type to pray through everything. If I lost a bracelet, I prayed because I knew that God knew where it was, and I was just waiting for Him to show me. I was the type to pray about everything, and as I've grown older, I still do that, and then I try to be content with what God decides to give me. I don't try to go it alone because I know that doesn't work for me. Having a lot of visual clutter around makes me very, very anxious, and being anxious makes it very hard for me to focus on one task at a time. So as you see me putting away certain things, you'll see me walk by a mess, and I'm trying very hard not to look at that mess and to just go room by room. As a young mom with toys strewn everywhere from having young children, I used to get so overwhelmed that I would call a friend, and she always told me the same thing. She would tell me to start at one end of the house and work your way to the other end. That's a method I still try to focus on today, because I find that if I clean up every little mess along the way, it just, number one, makes me more anxious, and number two, I don't actually feel like I'm getting any one thing done because I'm doing a little here and a little there. I know I'm going to need breaks, so when I take a break, I don't even have one room done. It's much easier for me to just keep going room by room, mess by mess, and trying to stay focused on that one thing without getting distracted. Here you saw my pocketbook was dumped out, and that's because my husband was looking for something that I had, and I could not for the life of me remember where I put it, so I was running around the house kind of dumping things, which isn't the best method. So now I'm getting that all put back together. I'm breaking my own rule a little bit because I'm doing a little work in the bedroom and then moving to the kitchen. And that's because I'm filming and I'm trying to avoid people. So when they're preparing food in the kitchen, I'm in my bedroom. They're also pretty fortunate that I'm filming today because I'm offering to kind of clean up after their messes. They're also each doing their one chore for the day, so while I'm tidying all the general messes, they're taking care of cleaning the bathrooms, which is a huge blessing. My method when everything is a mess is to take it one room at a time. I would love to know, what do you do when everything is a mess? How do you get it all tidied up? I'm also trying to remember to work and rest and work and rest because I actually also get more done that way. I'm prioritizing getting everything put away. The kids are helping me with the bathrooms, and then there'll be time for scrubbing in other rooms another day. I'm just trying to bring order to the chaos. I am wiping up the kitchen because that just can't be avoided, but I'm just doing a very general surfacey wiping up. So much life happens in our home, and as much as we want to keep it all clean all of the time, that is rarely possible. We're all doing life together, and it's a very messy process, and you see that in the home. Just like our relationships need a constant cleanup, so does the house. And as much as that always shocks me when everything is a mess, it really shouldn't. Sometimes there's more important things going on than keeping the house clean. Sometimes it's more important to celebrate and have a good time and clean up later. Sometimes it's more important to work out that relationship struggle and clean up later. And sometimes it's more important to take your girls out to look for a prom gown and clean up later. I've got the ambient music playing because inside I'm feeling very anxious because clutter makes me anxious. And even though I'm not upset that the house got messy, it still does bring anxiety as I go and clean up each area. Too many things to look at clutters my mind, and I have to keep reminding myself to focus and that it will all get cleaned up. I have to encourage myself as I go along. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This is as true for a homemaker getting her home clean as it was for Joshua going out into battle in the Bible times. God is so good. He cares about even our small struggles. It's not just about the big battles. So many times it's those little battles every day that peck away at our resolve and that create the discouragement that keeps us from being able to handle the big things that come along. I know that God cares because in the Bible it says to cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. It doesn't say to just cast the big things onto Him. It's to cast all your anxiety on Him. Maybe you clicked on this video because you found yourself in a place where you just don't feel like you have anything left. You've got nothing left to offer to others, and you certainly have nothing left for yourself. Attempting to accomplish even these ordinary tasks around the home is bringing an exhaustion that you just don't even understand. This is the time to remember that God cares and that you can ask Him for help. And you can also ask others for help. One of the most common prayers that I utter is that God would send our family the help that we need. And then when we get that help or when that help is offered, I have to remember that I prayed for it and then accept the help when it comes. I hope my video and my channel are a help to you because it's really my desire, my goal to be an encouragement. I hope this little 10-minute video gave you some encouragement and some motivation, but more importantly, I hope it showed you that you're not alone in your struggles. We all have them. No one has it all together, whatever all together is. We're all in this messy life together. We're all just doing the best we can. We all have to change what our priorities are from moment to moment. If my house is my priority and keeping it clean and perfect all the time is my priority, then people are going to get mowed over in the process. And those people getting mowed over are going to be the people that I'm supposed to be loving the best and people that I'm supposed to be prioritizing. I love to have a neat and tidy house, but there's times that I have to put that aside. There's times that I have to remind myself that people are more important than things. My house is a vessel to hold my family. It keeps us safe, it keeps us warm, it keeps us dry. But our house is intended to serve us. We're not intended to be a slave to our home. There's times when you should look around at your messy house and congratulate yourself that you got your priorities right. Then when the opportunity comes, we get it cleaned up. It's okay. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you'll consider subscribing and join this very positive family. If this video helped you, consider hitting the like button. I'll have another 10-minute video in the upper right corner. Remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.